Alright, welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. Listen, first of all, I want y'all to understand that what we do over here, right, is called commentary, which means we have an opinion, just like everybody else has an opinion. It is our right to exercise our opinion. In other words, say what we think, right? Okay, with that said, let's get into this right here. I know this is old by now, because every day something new comes out, but I had to speak on this one. Cause boy, look at here. Okay, so according to the sportsgrail.com, video of rapper Lil Jay and a transgender inmate seen kissing in the jail goes viral on Twitter. I got so much to say. So much to say. Let's first put this out there and say Lil Jay has since been on video. He has been denying that this is him. I don't know. I seen the far video like the one we watching now, and I seen the video zoomed all the way up to him. And unless you got a twin that's doing time in the same place that you're doing time in, that's you, my boy. That is you. And everybody that knows him has seen this video and has said that that is him. But anyhow, the musician, if y'all want to know why he ended up in there in the first place, according to the sportsgrail.com, not according to me, I'm just digging around doing some research. He shattered his girlfriend's jaw and threatened his mother-in-law during an incident of domestic violence that landed him in jail. Shattered his girlfriend's jaw. You know, they say that when you see a man beat a woman and treat women like SHI, you know how to spell the rest of that right there, it's usually because they're not really into women, right? Women are like their beard. It's like, come here, let me have a girl, just so somebody can say it. And sometimes they be around the baddest looking females. I'm not saying good women. They be around the baddest looking females, the females that other ninjas in the hood might want to have, might salivate and lust over, right? But it's just a facade, because that's not what they really into. And you can tell by the way how they treat them. According to this, he shattered his girlfriend's jaw. Damn. The video recently went viral, right? And people on the internet, they've been sharing some humorous reactions to it all over the internet. Now, the rapper is seen in the video relaxing on a chair in a canteen setting in the video that has nearly reached 1 million views online. When no one was looking, the alleged transgender man was observed kissing Lil Jay. Well, we was all looking. We see it's right here on the video. A little while later, the rapper's cellmate can be seen perched atop the performer's lap. According to the footage, the rapper offered no resistance. Therefore, it is reasonable to conclude that the behavior was voluntary. Now, y'all know how jail is, even for those of us who ain't never been in it. This type of colluding and getting together and fraternization and sitting on each other's lap and kissing and all that, and public display of affection, PDA, all that stuff is not allowed in jail. Just that alone is not allowed. So to see them do it out in the open like that, and nobody is coming over to say, hey, break that up, get away from each other, nothing. It kind of tells me that he got some kind of special privileges in there, and whoever was on duty at that time just let him get his way, right? No one knows how the video from within the prison became posted online. A lot of videos from inside of prisons are now being posted online, and I like to think outside the box. So I'm thinking that this whole prison situation, jail situation, lockup situation, it's all an experiment, man. It is all one big experiment, and it has all been videotaped. They got recordings somewhere. So one day they will be leaking those recordings to the public. Just like how they leaked the video of King Von, and now you seeing all these Chirac videos come out with guys behind bars and them getting into altercations, them being questioned by the authorities, them going into lockdown, all the stuff we didn't see before, right? Now we get to see it. King Von over there saying he gay and he want to be moved out of the housing unit that he is in, moved to another section because they don't like gay people over there. And I get along fine with all the straight guys over there, but it's just some of them, and people are backing it and saying King Von wasn't gay. If you've been to jail, you know the politics. And King Von was probably in there with nothing but ops, nothing but people who are considered the enemy. So when you get into one of those kind of units, you do your best to get up out of there. You can't fight everybody. And then, of course, you got some crash dummies who are saying, nah, folk, you supposed to stay in there with all your enemies and hold it down. Hold it down till they shank you to death. So on one hand, I might be able to understand it. On another hand, I don't know. Especially when he was leaving and he was like, yeah, I'm going to fuck you too. Or I want to fuck you too. Some shit like that was said at the end. Well, if you remember clearly, you remember when, what's his name that's on trial, Young Thug. When Young Thug came out, he came out in a dress. Remember that? When Young Thug came out, he came out rapping about dicks and calling his homies bae. When he was rapping about dicks, we were like, yo, this shit went all the way left. But then we found out that the dicks were the blicks, right? The blickies, the guns. But instead of saying a gun, he called it a dick. Because he used to be like, yeah, we coming with them dicks too. Long dick. And I'm like, damn, pause. What is this? He's in a dress. He's talking about he's coming with dicks. A bunch of gay guys or what? It turns out it was weapons or guns with extended clips. Anyhow, I'm not saying I'm giving King Von a pass. I'm just saying whatever is done behind them walls are eventually going to be showed to the public. That's what they did it for. That's a part of the experiment, right? And then it's now going to be used as entertainment. These videos have been racking up hundreds of thousands and millions of views online. Somebody is getting paid for it. I don't know who's releasing them, but somebody is making a whole lot of money off of videos from correctional institutions. Anyhow, no one knows how the video from within the prison became posted online. At the time this report was written, it was also unknown who the claimed transgender male who was with Lil Jay was. Rap House TV, a popular Twitter gossip channel, was one of the first media outlets to report on the incident in jail. Online, they said that Lil Jay, a rapper from Chicago, was recently caught on camera kissing a transgender inmate. Damn. Here's this. In light of Lil Jay's viral video, his criminal past is examined, right? So you know a little bit more about him. We know from the beginning of this video, he shattered his girlfriend's jaw, according to the Sports Grail. He shattered his girlfriend's jaw and he threatened his mother-in-law and all that other stuff. It was some domestic stuff that got him locked up. The 29-year-old rapper was initially apprehended in January of 2015 on charges of reckless firearm discharge, a Class 4 felony. The Chicago rapper's bail was then set at $400,000. He was then arrested after a botched narcotics deal. Philmon Razine and a few others were shot during an altercation at the same time. The narcotics dealer made a self-defense claim. The rapper involved in the incident, however, was found guilty of murder, conspiracy, and attempted murder. His 12-year prison term was handed down in July of 2019. After 7 years in prison, he was finally released. However, he was sent back to prison for domestic violence. Okay, so he just did a 12-year bid. He got sentenced to 12 years. He did 7 years straight behind them walls. Soon as he got out, not too long after, he was sent back to prison for the domestic incident that we spoke about earlier with the shattering of the girlfriend's jaw. See, man, I don't know. Fleece Booty Jackson is out of prison. If you don't know who Fleece Booty Jackson is, then you behind in the culture. Pause. But Fleece Booty Jackson is out, and watching his interviews and listening to him talk and him describe how it goes down behind them walls, it ain't too hard to believe that a lot of people who you think will not take part in stuff are taking part in things. It's like behind those bars, behind those walls, it's a whole different world, right? And some people might say, yeah, it's a world where you got to survive and you have to do what you got to do to survive in prison politics and all that. I understand all that. Jailhouse politics and all that. I understand all that. Getting involved in certain things behind bars, though, it comes with you wanting to do it. Just like Fleece Booty Jackson said, a lot of the guys back there, they wanted to do it. One of the realest things I think he said, listen to me. You got these young guys out here, right? You got to think about it. If this dude, say for instance, he is 29 at the moment. We just read his history, criminal history, where it says he was given a 12-year prison sentence and he served 7 of those years. So if you take 29 minus 7, we at 21, 22, right? 22 years old. 22 going to prison. Listen to Fleece Booty Jackson. Nobody could tell it better because you ain't did all them years that he did. You haven't been to all the different penitentiaries he's been to. You were not in the shits behind bars, literally, pause, like he was. So we got to take it from experts, right? Pause again. It's a whole lot of pause in this one. Take it from experts. Anyhow, one of the realest things he said, all these young guys coming in here, 20, 21 years old, 19, very sexually active. You got all this testosterone. Your body is acted up and going through changes. They wild out in the streets, right? All on their mind is sex, sex, sex. And they have this high libido. They have this high urge, right? They're able to go and they want it all the time. Well, check this out. When you get arrested for a crime, that part of the person doesn't stay outside the prison. It's a part of their personality. It's a part of their genetic makeup. It's a part of their mental state, who they are. So when they come to prison, they still have them same urges. And he basically said, man, listen, you might be able to hold it out for a little while, but after a while, everybody is in it. Even those who claim to not be in it. Big tough guys and gangsters getting beat, their back door beat the fuck in because that's what they want to do. Or tearing up one of them little girl boys that's in there because that's what they want to do. Not because somebody is forcing them to do it. It's because that's what they want to do, right? It's an unnatural environment. And people go in there and then they assimilate. Guys go in there and find girlfriends with another man and these kind of things. I personally think that, like I said before, it's a big experiment. It's a big experiment. It's a play on the psychological. It's like psychological warfare more than anything else. Put a bunch of guys together, younger guys, put them all in there. Let's see. The stronger of the strongest will win. The fittest of the fittest will survive. The most aggressive, the most criminally cunning ones, they will end up ruling the house. And the rest of them will become submissive to these and that type of stuff, right? And then violence will be everywhere in there as well. Because if I can't muscle you by physically because you're 6'4", 250, and I'm only 5'7", 130, I'm going to have to do something else. Right? Which is stab you up or find some other way to get you killed in there or get you stabbed up, cut up, whatever the case may be. It's a crazy world behind them bars. Not making any excuse for dude, but I'm saying We seen the picture, man. We seen the video. We saw all of it, and they zoomed all the way in and showed us a better quality of that video. If it's you, it's you. It's 2023. Who knows? I don't know how much time he is serving right now, but I know looking at that, that's him. But like I said, if it's you, it's you. It's 2023. I don't think there are too many people that's hiding anymore. I think in his case, though, Lil Jay might want to just keep on hiding. And the reason why he'll keep on denying it is because of what his background is, where he represents, and where he's from. Because I seen King Yella and all them other dudes over there, they going off on him, right? So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let this be a deterrent, though. You know, one more thing I'm going to say is this. I remember growing up and I remember seeing guys go in and out the revolving doors of these institutions all the time. And I remember the older people saying, yeah, there's something in there for him. He likes something in there because every summer he gone. Every summer he gone and he going to the same jail every summer. He going to the same, he getting same lock up in the same place every summer. Don't nobody love going inside like that. It's like they almost do something on purpose to end up in there, right? You know when you see them doing wrong and you're like, man, can you just do right so you can stay free? You like getting locked up or something? Well, it turns out that some of them actually do like getting locked up. And they like getting locked up because it's a whole different world in there. They can carry on and be themselves, another side of themselves that they can't actually be outside in a real world for whatever reasons. Maybe their family won't accept them anymore. Maybe their homeboys, maybe their gang, maybe their groups that they hang with, affiliate with, do business with, won't accept them anymore. But in jail, you can, or in prison, you can be gay for the state. That means in whatever happens behind prison doors or prison walls, it stays there. They all coming out looking at each other when they see each other in the streets. They know what each other was doing behind them bars, but they all got secrets for each other and they won't be telling on each other out here. It's a code that they live by. You understand? Crazy, man. Crazy. I'm going to leave this one right here, though. You go ahead and leave your 2 cents. Tell me what you think about this one. Do you think that this is Lil Jay? And I know he's been doing videos saying it's not him and all that, but I think it is him. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Try to stay out of jail and prison, man, unless you one of the people that like stuff like this. Because if you go in there, then more than likely, you're going to be closer to it than you would normally be. I'm out. Peace.